quarterback position, I feel like that's something that a lot of people have been talking about just throughout this draft with Caleb Williams. Right, I feel like his overall ability, he can throw from anywhere field. He can throw vertically across his body. I feel like he's so accurate. So I feel like that's something that he's great at. I feel like a lot of people say that he needs to work on his footwork a little bit more, inconsistent with footwork as the pocket collapses. But that's something that every quarterback in this draft is not perfect at all by any means. Also, when you look at Caleb Williams, this past season, he's had 363 yards. He had 30 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions, and his QBR was 82.4. I feel like when you look at that, it's insane. And Jayden Daniels is one of the guys who I think he's one of the smartest quarterback minds in the draft right now. With he had 38-12 in yards, 40 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions, and guess what? His QBR was 95.6, which is insane to me. I feel like he's one of the most smartest quarterbacks in this draft. But obviously, when you look at Drake May, he's a 6'4" frame. He's just everything that you wanted your quarterback to be. Just size. I feel like a lot of people was comparing him early on to Josh Allen, which I understand that comparison. Not quite as mobile as Josh Allen, but that's something you can adapt to as you come into the league. He had 36.08 yards, 24 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Could bring that up a little bit, and the QBR was 79.3. So obviously, there's some things he need to work on as well. But obviously, there's a lot of things with these quarterbacks. I mean, none of them is absolutely perfect. That's what you do. You evolve with time, and I feel like that's what all of these picks are going to do. And just also, I feel like J.J. McCarthy and Michael Penix aren't too far behind those top 3 quarterbacks. I know a lot of the questions with J.J. McCarthy was kind of about his arm strength and his arm talent. I feel like when he was doing the workouts today, he kind of hushed those doors up, showing that he does have a gunslinger on him. It's just about the offense and the team that's willing to help him develop a little bit more. I feel like that's something that could be looked at as well. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Also, Michael Penix Jr. looked a little pretty okay. I feel like some of the balls wasn't spot on at the combine. So that's something that, obviously he's going to have to work on a little bit. I'm really happy that his medicals came out great, because I know a lot of teams was questioning his injury with the 2 ACLs and just another injury. So I feel like he kind of show that. I feel like something in the other team's mind is just like his longevity. I mean, how much can he sustain in this league without getting hurt? So I think that's something that people are looking at. Also, people are looking at Jayden Daniels. Obviously he got hit a lot in college. He's going to have to try to clean that up again a bit. Just with the pros, you can't hold on to that ball as long. But I feel like that's something that can evolve with. I feel like maybe if Xavier Worthy was drafted with him, that's something they can work with, to getting the ball out quicker and really sending him to an offensive line that's pretty decent. I feel like that would help him a lot. If not, then you should get a wide receiver that he's really connected with and try to get some quick routes so he doesn't get hit as much, so he can have that longevity and not holding on to that ball and get hit a lot like he did in college. I feel like that's something to watch out for. I feel like the draft overall, obviously we didn't see those top 3 quarterbacks work out, but it was okay because it allowed these other guys, these other quarterbacks to really move up in the draft, and really you get to see their time, opposed to all the spotlight being on those top 3 guys. So I feel like that's something that was really great to see those other 3 guys. And I feel like the top 3 quarterbacks that didn't practice, Caleb Williams and Jayden Daniels and Drake May, I feel like their records speak for themselves. They were brilliant in college. They have a lot of film. They're really great. So I don't feel like they needed to participate in all of this. The teams that want them are going to pick them. All 3 of those guys are at least the top 3. In no specific order. They're all great in their own right. I feel like, to me, Jayden Daniels sets apart from Caleb and Drake May, just his QBR. And a lot of that is from him sitting in the pocket more and taking those hits, which is why he has that high QBR, because he's waiting for a play to develop, versus Caleb and Drake May kind of getting the ball out a little bit more faster than he does. So I feel like that's why, but I feel like he sets the standard. Obviously, he better get a little bit bigger and not take those hits in the pocket, but I feel like he's someone to watch. I feel like he's definitely my top 1. Obviously, Caleb Williams is insane. The fact that he can throw anywhere off the field, he can find mismatches and pick them apart. So I think that's something that all 3 of these guys